Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Beena, and this devilishly handsome young fella here is Walter. Hope you're doing well. You joined me on a little test run now of a new microphone setup on a very gloomy, dreary, autumnal British afternoon in November. Now my usual microphone setup is a DJI Mic 2, which I have attached magnetically to the inside of my helmet. And it works very well when I get a nice balance of my voice and Walter's voice. But I'm wearing a different helmet today, so I've had to use a different setup because this helmet isn't as roomy as my Bi-City Roadster 2, which is a retro style helmet, which is very roomy and basic. I love that helmet. It looks very cool and is extremely comfortable. But unfortunately, on the colder rides like today, it's quite breezy. It lets in quite a lot of air, which is great if it's in the summertime. It makes it a nice cool helmet. It doesn't have a chin guard. They call it a chin guard, not chin guard. You know, the chin curtain. That's the one. It doesn't have one of those, so it's very, very breezy. And I found that in the colder weather, the cold air just hits me right in the eyes and makes one of my eyes stream constantly, so I can't see bugger all as I'm riding along, which isn't great, is it, in terms of safety? So and also it fogs up like a bastard. And I suppose I could remedy that situation. In fact, I did buy some muck off anti-fog spray to use on it, but that wouldn't have helped me really with the whole eye streaming issue. Can't really spray it into my eyes, I don't think. Probably not advisable. So I thought what I'd do is I'd use the helmet that I originally bought just before I got Walter, and I had to buy all my kit again. I went through quite a few different helmets, trying them on. I wanted a flip front jobby because that's what I used to have. I used to have a Nolan N or something when I used to ride before, and it was very comfortable. And I like the option of having the front flipping up in the warmer months, so you can get a bit of air in, and when you're riding along slowly, you can have the front up almost like a open face. And also it's handy in like petrol stations and things. So yeah, I wanted to try a modern version. And I tried a few, and they just didn't fit. The one that I really liked was there was a Bell one, which was an open face jobby. A flip front jobby. What they call a modular helmets, isn't it? That's the word I'm looking for. It's a very nice coloured green Porsche 911 there. Yeah, I tried that one, and it fitted really well, but it had a ratchet strap fastener, and the straps on the ratchet bit were way too long, which is really weird. I didn't think that I had such a tiny head, but apparently I do. So I tried the large, and that was way too big. I tried the medium, and that was the perfect size, but yeah, the straps were just way too long, so I couldn't get that. So I ended up with a Shark Evo. I think it's the Evo S, I can't remember off the top of my head. But it fit, the ratchet strap fitted. I like the fact that the flip front flips all the way around to the back, rather than just kind of sticking up in the air like a big quiff. So it does actually look like an open face. And it was reasonably priced as well, so I thought, yeah, and it's got the inner fighter pilot style smoke visor that you can pull down. So So I thought that would be perfect, and I bought that, and I wore it around the house because I bought it sort of 2 or 3 months before getting Walter here. I don't have a 6th gear, so I wore it around the house for a while to try and break it in a little bit, and absolutely hated it. Absolutely hated it. It's really tight. You know, when I tried it on in the shop, like the person who was saying, yeah, this is a good fit, I was thinking, yeah, it is. It's not rotating on my head, and it'll wear in a little bit as I wear it. But it really pushes the cheeks. The cheek pads really push into you and squash my mouth up. And actually the opening to get your head in is really narrow. You have to really force it apart. So that bit annoyed me, and still annoys me. And also the material on the inside, I find it a little bit itchy. Now this is another autism thing. Which way shall I go? Let's go left, why not? Yeah, this is another autism thing. We, the weirdos that we are, we tend to have issues with sensory issues, so issues with light, so bright lights can be a bit of a problem for us. I mean, it's not everyone who has autism, but it's kind of a common thing. So I mean, that's one for me. I'll have to wear sunglasses while when I'm out in the summer if it's too bright. Loud noises, lots of noises, can be overwhelming. It just causes a bit of a feedback loop, and you tend to get a little bit overwhelmed and freaked out and panicked. And one of the other sensory issues is fabric. Having different kinds of fabric against your skin can just be really irritating. I guess it'd be akin to if you have a really scratchy woolen jumper. You know, you get old school big chunky knit woolen jumpers, and they can be really itchy. Well, I get that with things that you wouldn't expect, so maybe cotton sheets, things like that. It's no rhyme or reason for it. If it's uncomfortable, I would not tolerate it, and I'm getting that big time on this helmet with this material, which is a real shame. My other one, the Bi-City Roadster, has this lovely faux suede lining, and it's very comfortable. So, but I'm stuck with it really, because you can't really take helmets back once you've worn them, can you? So I thought, well, I'll keep it just for this very purpose, to see if I do need a good winter helmet, because I did suspect that my Bi-City might be a little bit breezy. I have no clue where I am, to the surprise of nobody. Oh, missed a gear there. That's my new boots, still not used to them. So yeah, so I've just got to put up with it. That's a fucking stupid move, isn't it? Idiot. Excuse the language, but dickhead. Lost my train of thought there. Yeah, so I've just got to kind of put up with it really, and hope that the fact that I'm riding will take my mind off the fact that it's uncomfortable. Now, I've said all that, but when I went for a test ride on a Bullet before I bought one, I only had this helmet, and I rode for like half an hour and had no issues at all with it. And I was probably because I was so overwhelmed with the fact that, oh my god, I'm on a bike again after so long, and oh my god, I'm on a bike again after so long. It probably took my mind off it, and I'm hoping likewise it will do the same, because otherwise I'm a bit scuppered. But that was a really long rambling explanation as to why I have a different microphone setup, and I hope that it works, because what I've had to do is take my DJI 2 mic, which is a Bluetooth mic, and plug a lav mic into it, stick the mic in my pocket, and then trowel the wire up. There's quite a few deer about today. I should slow down a little bit, shouldn't I? Yeah, trowel the mic, wired mic from my pocket, and stick it up in my helmet. And as usual, I did this with no planning and forethought. Wow, that is a lot of deer over there. I don't know whether you can see that. So I just kind of tucked it a little bit into the cheek pad, the wire, just to keep it in place, and it's kind of resting above my mouth, so near to where my normal mic could be. Jeez, that is a lot of birds as well. There's a lot of geese, a lot of Canada geese. Let's not slow down, because the cobra chickens will kill you. They are aggressive little buggers. So yeah, that's where we're at in terms of mic setup. I hope that it's working. I hope that you hear me okay. I suspect that if it is working, we're probably losing a lot of Walter noise, unfortunately, because of the chin curtain and the fact that it's a much thicker helmet. Beautiful deer. Those big antlers. I'm sorry you can't see this. I don't like having a helmet mounted camera, so you're stuck with the chest one, I'm afraid. But there we go. So yeah, let's hope that it works. If not, I might just have to bite the bullet and go back to the other one. Now, I came down here last Sunday, which was the 10th of November, and as many of you will know, in the UK that is Remembrance Day, Remembrance Sunday even. And I came here about must have been about 11:15, so just before the service started, and a load of people were piling out of the big church up here on the right, and they had cones out in front of the oh, hello there, little muntjac. Let's hope he was the only one. Yeah, they had cones out in the road, which they slowly walked up to the pub. But then when we got up to the pub, big queue of traffic there was coming down here. When we got up to the pub, someone at the front of the queue said, "Can you turn your engine off?" I was like, "Well, how long are you going to be?" And he was like, "Oh, about 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes." I was like, "Okay." Turned round, came back down again. There's a cute little pupper. Kind of come out rush hour time. That was a daft idea, wasn't it? So rush hour starts earlier and earlier though these days. I'm sure when I was a lad, in my day, when I was a young whippersnapper. Sorry, I'm going to sound like a ranting old man now, aren't I? But people didn't seem to take their children to school and pick them up in cars all the while. Maybe it was because I'm from a rough council estate, and we were just left to fend for ourselves. Our parents didn't really care, but there didn't seem to be such a huge amount of people taking their kids and picking their kids up. I don't know whether it's people outside of their school catchment areas or something, or whether they're just frightened by the media fear-mongering and feel that their kids are going to be abducted. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it seems to start about 2:30 these days. When I was young, it used to start around about 5 o'clock when people got kicked out of work, but yeah, it gets earlier and earlier. Anyway, let's not have an old man rant about things, about how things were better when I was young, because that is not the case. So other news, I had some good news this morning. If you watch my, I don't know whether it was my last video, a video, I don't think it was my last video, a video or two ago, I mentioned the fact that I discovered an interest in ham radio, amateur radio, and that I was studying towards potentially taking the foundation level exam so I could get involved. Well, I had my exam this morning at 9:30 AM. Oh, sorry horses, don't mean to scare you, I'm going slow. Yeah, I had my exam this morning at 9:30 and I'm pleased to say that I passed. Thank you. Sorry horses. Yeah, so I passed, which I'm very pleased about. So that means that once my certificate comes through to show that I've passed, I will be able to, thank you, I'll be able to apply for a licence and a call sign from Ofcom and start transmitting and speaking to the people that I've basically been stalking and snooping on for the last month on my local repeater. But yeah, very pleased with that. It's always nice, isn't it, when you accomplish something, and I guess when you get a little bit older, you don't tend to have to do many exams and things. Well, you want to pull over a little bit? No? Okay. So I must admit, it was a little bit nerve-wracking. Okay, no one's going to pull over for me now. Thank you. Yeah, it was a little bit nerve-wracking. I'd found a website that you could do a lot of mock exams on that replicate what you will see, and I've been doing those for the last excuse me, the last couple of weeks, and getting passes all the time, which is good. And then I did some this morning and I was just scraping through. If the pass mark is 26. Did I have my indicator on that whole time? I think I might have done, bugger. The pass mark is 26. Sorry, no, there's 26 questions on the exam, but the pass mark is 21. So you can afford to get 7 wrong, which is pretty good. And it's split into various different aspects of ham radio. So there's technical questions and health and safety questions and all sorts of things. So if you're particularly weak in one area, you can at least be safe in the knowledge that if your other areas are good, you'll get a pass. But I was doing quite well. I mean, generally I was getting sort of 24, 25 right in all my mock exams, and then this morning obviously panic set in, and I did 4 or 5, and I was just getting 21 every time. I was like, oh my god, 21, well it's a pass, but it's cutting it a bit fine. So I sat down for the exam. I looked at the questions, and there were a lot of questions that were not covered in the mock exams, and I was like, oh god, that's it, I failed. I'm definitely going to fail this. So I worked my way through it. They're multiple choice questions, I don't know whether I mentioned that. I worked my way through it, and then I went back and I'd flagged some questions that I weren't particularly confident that I had the right answer. So I'd marked the ones where I thought, well, they're possibly right, and the ones that I think they're definitely wrong. And then I went back, and there was 3 that I was pretty sure could have been one of 2 options, and I changed them, and I thought, oh no, I don't know whether this is going to be the right thing to do. And I submitted my exam, and I got 21. So if I hadn't changed those 3 questions, I would have failed. So that was really lucky that I did do my due diligence and change my mind. See, it's good that this helmet doesn't fog up because it's got a fog-proof visory thing, but my glasses still do. So yeah, so that's really good news that I've managed to pass that, and I've already got a radio, so I can start transmitting soon. I think it takes about 1 to 2 weeks to get your certificate through, which is a bit daft really. It was an online exam which was invigilated by someone via Zoom, and lots of aspects of it are online, and then you have to wait for a physical certificate to be sent through. You think that they'd just automatically issue that, but no, that particular piece of technology clearly hasn't caught up with the Radio Society of Great Britain. So yeah, that'll be an agonising wait now until that comes through, and I can then officially apply for my licence and get a call sign. So I might now, this is all fresh in my mind, maybe I will study for the intermediate. I mean, I don't really have any grand plans to do a lot with ham radio. I must be perfectly honest with you. It was more of a a new interest in learning about it, and challenging myself to see if I could pass it. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure I'll go the whole hog and start building my own radios and things. But again, yeah, it's a challenge, isn't it? There's a nice pheasant over there. As I've mentioned before, the stupidest birds in the world in terms of road sense. Shall I fly over this road, or shall I casually walk across it, panic when I see a car, and then run back in the opposite direction? I think I'll do the latter. I don't know where I am, or how long I've been rambling for. Oh, it really is gloomy, isn't it? Let's hope that it's not too dim and dingy on the video. I also had a little bit of success with my gloves. If you are a regular watcher, you'll know that I've been getting lots of new gear, or using my new winter gear that I bought, and I have been wearing my winter gloves, my Revit Hydras, but like a lot of winter gloves, they are very, very stiff. You lose a lot of the feel when riding. So I love these gloves. They're really, really comfy and flexible, but they're just too cold in this type of weather. So I bought some cheap silk inner gloves, under gloves, I don't know what you call them, off of Amazon, and they seem to do the trick. My hands are a little bit cold, but they're not. They're just chilly. They're not really cold, and I've still got all of the great feel I got previously, so that's a winner. So I think I'll keep my other ones just when it rains now. Where the hell am I? Oh no, I'm not going down there. It's going to try and make me go down the A5, which is a dual carriageway, and we don't want that, do we, everyone? So we'll spin around at the end of here and we'll go back the scenic route. We're going to hit all of the traffic now because it is, like I say, rush hour. So I think we'll call it a day there. Another just random ramble. Hope you enjoyed it in some way. I will head back home. How long is it going to take me to get back home? 26 minutes. Yeah, hope you all have a lovely week wherever you are. I hope that you're getting out on your bikes. And if you are, stay safe and keep the shiny side up. And until next time, bye!